To create a successful product video that actually drives sales on TikTok, it is essential to focus on products that people genuinely want to buy. Even the best video won't sell if it's showcasing a mediocre product that nobody wants. But on the other hand, a mediocre video showcasing a hot, in-demand product can still generate a ton of sales simply because you've nailed the most important aspect of it, the product itself. That's why the first step before you ever start creating any video on TikTok affiliates or TikTok shop is crucial. And that step is identifying a hot in-demand product. My go-to software for finding these hot products lately has been FastMoss, and they recently did a full update to the software I'm going to show you here in a second. This tool streamlines everything and organizes it into an easily searchable and easily understandable database. It provides all the information that you need to find hot selling products in your niche, or any niche for that matter, that's doing well right now, not 6 months ago, not a month ago, right now, no matter what the niche is. So if you'd like to try FastMoss, you can do so through the first link in the description, completely free. Now, there's several ways that you can actually utilize this software, and here we are in the actual new version of it. When you sign up, there will be an actual tab up here right around where the mouse is right now that says try the new version, and this is what it looks like. If for whatever reason you do want to go back to the old one, just temporarily switch back to the old version right there. Now, you can look through tons of hot selling products. You can look at top selling products. You can do a product search for specific keywords if you're looking for a specific product to get insight into that. The lazy route is just going to top selling products right here and seeing what's available to you. As you can see, it's going to sort it through what the actual product is, the country or the region that it's actually selling in, and you can sort that as well up in the top. So obviously, depending on which TikTok shop you're selling or promoting products in, you're going to want to make sure that that's chosen up here on the left. I'm in the United States. It's also going to tell you the shop that's responsible for selling that product and how many units sold that shop's actually done. The category and the commission rate. And the commission rate here is very advantageous because if you're selling a competing product and in the future, as you start to scale, you want to get more affiliates, you're going to want to make your rate comparable or potentially even better to entice other affiliates to promote yours instead of theirs, right? Because if I'm an affiliate and I'm looking through specific products for this as an example, and I'm looking at promoting this 15-day cleanser, well, chances are there's a number of other shops that are also promoting that as well. And so if I want affiliates to promote mine, the easiest way that I can do that is increase the commission rate that I'm offering to them. And obviously the price matters there as well, right? But if our prices are relatively similar, theirs is $17 and they're offering 25% commission. If mine is roughly $17 or $20 even, $19.95, whatever, and I'm offering a 27% commission rate or a 30% commission rate, who do you think the affiliate's going to choose to promote? They're going to promote the product that pays them more money. It's a no-brainer, especially if it's the exact product. So that is very advantageous to be able to see that. If you scroll down, obviously, you can scroll over and see more insight. So you can see the units sold as well, and you can click up and down on the arrow to sort highest or lowest. You can also see, and one of the most important factors for me is the order growth rate, because this is going to be an indicator. You can look at the trends of the actual chart of the sales, and that is important. We're going to do that here in a second. But the order growth rate is going to show you over time, is it growing? It's the biggest KPI that you should be looking at to see, is this growing in sales or is it dying off? And if so, how much one way or the other? So this right here is not only the best product, but the order growth rate is 95%, which means this is flying off the shelves currently right now. This one is the third best product, but you can see the order growth rate is actually declining at 3.61%. And so that's something that isn't necessarily a deal breaker, but something that you would 100% want to look into a lot more if you were going to promote this product. The 15-day cleanser that we just covered, this one's actually losing 11.69% in order growth rate. So this one's on the downtrend, and that would make sense to me because I've been seeing this product literally promoted all over the place for the past several months. So it could very well be oversaturated now. But there is a ton of insight here, and you can scroll all the way over. Live total GMV, total units sold, total GMV, you get the picture. So top selling is a great place to start if you're brand new, but obviously this isn't going to be niche specific. Now there's several other things here that you can look for underneath the product. You could also go to creators and do a creator search. So if you're looking to snipe products from a specific seller or a specific shop, just go to creator search, type them in there. You'll get all the insight, all the data on their best selling products. It's invaluable. You can look at the trending creators, right? So who's coming out of nowhere and actually doing really well, and what are they promoting? And you can obviously filter different things here to get a little bit more niche down in specific categories with specific sales in a specific time frame. You get the picture. But the way that I typically like to use this, and there are a number of ways, is to go down into top selling and sort it for specific categories. So depending on what my niche is, let's say, for example, I'm promoting home goods, and maybe I'm like, I have like an influencer page where I teach, how to do it yourself at home, whatever it is. Random example, first one that popped into my mind. So I'd click home supplies, and then obviously I could sort for specific products that are top selling in this category. Now, what I used to do is just kind of go down the list, but now I'll actually go a few pages deep just to make sure that the products that I'm finding have a high likelihood to do well, have sales. Obviously, we're going to look at all the metrics in the specific product here in a second, but they're less competitive, generally speaking, if you go a few pages deep, because anybody using one of these softwares is going to probably stick to page 1 or 2 in most cases. So we want to go to page 3, even page 4 potentially, and see what's available there, see hot potential products that are trending upward, that look good, but maybe haven't hit their full stride yet, because we want to be not first to market, but definitely not last to market, and we want to be one of the first on the uptrend. So now we can look here and we can sort through some of the top products here. I'm going to scroll over a little bit to look at the order growth rate. So this one's down 21%. This one's up 7.8%. Obviously, it'd have to be a product that you want to promote, that you feel like you could make decent videos on. We'd obviously want to stay away from the one that's down almost 60%. This one looks like it's really promising, although the Scrub Daddy really has a small margin because it sells so cheap at $5.99. So even if we marked it up to like $9.95, your margin might be okay, but the amount of profit you're going to make per sale isn't going to be that attractive, in my opinion. And this is definitely something that is really geared towards TikTok and TikTok Shop and affiliates, because you can make tons of products showcasing how this is actually used in a day-to-day basis, cleaning different things. And so that's probably why this product is doing so well. This one right here is almost $36. It's furniture, so 27%. It's up. This one looks half decent right here, so 44% up. Tyrone Bigum's debit card. So anybody that doesn't know, that was Dave Chappelle's, I believe, skit. Absolutely hilarious. And this would be something that wouldn't be that difficult to actually manufacture ourselves, or obviously drop ship if you weren't trying to build a brand around it. You could do both with this software. And so now once we actually click in the product, you can see a little bit more of all the information about this, right? First and foremost, we want to look at the actual reviews. Are customers finding this product good? Because even if it has the best numbers in the world and the best margins in the world, but if the reviews are very, very bad on that shop product, we probably still want to avoid that, because we don't want unhappy customers. We don't want to deal with returns and major headaches talking to customer service and talking customers off the ledge about our product. We want to make sure that we're going after something that people already like. We don't want to fight an uphill battle. We want them to already be interested in this product and it have already proven to be something that people like. That's going to increase our shop reviews, which is going to be a snowball effect on this product and our overall shop metrics, and really help us get more sales in the future. You can also see that this product is ranked 793 in the US in the last 7 days, 43 in the home supplies category. It's got a virality index of 81 out of 100. And you can see, obviously, the units sold, but more importantly, how much of it has sold, and then divide the affiliates by that. And this is something that you probably want to do just to make sure that there's a decent amount of sales per relative affiliate. And chances are, obviously the top affiliates, the top 10, top 5 affiliates are going to be making the most money, but it still helps to obviously figure those numbers out just to make sure that there's enough pieces of the pie to go around. Now, if we scroll down here, you can extrapolate it out. Obviously, you don't want to look at 7 days. You don't want to look at the last month, in my opinion. You really want to extrapolate at 90 days, 180 days to make sure that it's not downtrending, that it's been doing well consistently over time. So you can see this is pretty much steadied out for, a little bit over a month. It had a big spike in sales right here. So this is a little bit of a red flag, if I'm not going to lie. But the general trend of this product is relatively low at like 115 units a day, $1,000 a day, a little bit over $1,000 a day. And then obviously it spiked, and now it's still doing decently. It's come back to life a little bit, but still roughly around that $2,000 a day mark. Another really important piece of this software that is invaluable is you can see the content distribution of this product as well. How are people actually selling this, right? Are they selling it via live, or are they selling it directly via video? This is important because if you're somebody like me who doesn't live stream, I don't really have an interest in it. Although I know, don't get me wrong, live streaming, especially on TikTok Shop and TikTok affiliates, is a major hack. You can get so many easy sales just live streaming. I just personally don't want to do it. I don't have the time to do it. I do so many other e-com businesses. So I'm looking for something where I can kind of manufacture videos, outsource them, or use another software to create them, and then worry once they're hits and I've proven them to scale them that way. So for somebody like me, I want to make sure that they're not, exclusively sold live, or like 80% of the sales are coming from live, because even if it looks like a great promising product, but a lot of them are coming from live sales, it's not something that I personally want to do. So this is a lot of insight for you. And as you can see from right here, 53% of them are coming from video. None are coming from live, or practically none, 156, but that's on percentage basis, 0% roughly. Another really cool feature of this is you can see the total units sold for the last 28 days and what shops are selling them well. Obviously, this one doesn't have the best sales in the world right here over the last 28 days, and this person's only sold 11 units. So that is really going to help put it into perspective of what you can expect from this product, right? While it looked promising in the beginning, the best person right here is literally getting 11 sales of this in the last month roughly. So this is not necessarily the best product in the world. What you definitely don't want to see is, like, even if it was having a lot of sales, but like the top 3 people had like all the sales, and then the rest of the affiliates on all these other pages had like next to none. That would also be a red flag, because you don't want to assume that you're going to be like one of the top 2-3 creators. Obviously, you want to potentially hit that top 20, that top 10 mark, but you really want to see a more even distribution where the top 20 creators are actually doing well, selling this product as well, because it's a lot easier to get into that top 10, that top 20, rather than that top 1, 2, or 3 people. So keep that in mind as well. So let's actually check out this furniture right here. It's a little bit higher margin, in my opinion, which I like, because the sales price of this is like $38. And typically speaking, lower price things do sell better on TikTok Shop or TikTok affiliates, but I personally like to stay within that impulse buy range. So anywhere from like $10 to like $50 is really the maximum. You probably want to stay under $40, and you should be fine, because that's something that's cheap enough that it's impulse buy. If somebody likes it, they don't really think too much about it. Whereas if you're trying to sell something like $90 or $150, they're really going to think twice about it. And TikTok really isn't there yet with prices in most cases. You can sell things like that. I have. One of the best selling products I had on one of my golf pages a while back was like a putting green thing, and that was, I believe, like $130. So it's definitely possible, but that's more the exception and not the rule. First thing up right off the bat I would look at here is the virality score. 100, that's great. A lot of units sold. It's 807 ranked in the US overall. It's 44 in home supplies. Good ratings, obviously that's, crucial. We want to make sure that customers already like this. And now we want to extrapolate this out over 90 days. And you can see this one looks great. It's on the uptrend, and it's got, 170 units sold roughly in the past, yesterday, with almost $6,000. Today it's 216 units, almost $8,000. This is also important. So you can see that 8% of this come from live, while almost 60% of it comes from video. That's good for me. And you can also see that there's a number of shops that are actually selling this decently, right? So this is a little bit more skewed to the top for my liking, because the top 3 creators have a bunch of the sales. And, the next person has 13, the next person has 10. If we go to page 2, next person has 6 and 4. So again, that's, a red flag, because you want to be really in that top 10, top 20. You don't want to see that the top 2 people realistically have the most sales, because clearly they're doing something right at selling this. Although, depending on how many other affiliates are selling this, if we scroll back up, there's 338, so less competition on this one. The last one I think was like 600 or something. So it is potentially rankable. It's just something to consider. You want to see more of an even distribution of actually creators selling this product. But this software is invaluable, guys. It's going to show you all of this. And the best part about it, obviously not counting all the data, which again is invaluable, is once you actually do find an actual seller and a product that this looks like it's a good product, you can click in the videos here and see every single video that is responsible for making those sales, playing it, visiting the page on TikTok, and then obviously that is going to give you insight into what's working to actually sell this product, so you can model your own videos after that. Now you have the hot product that's proven. Now you have the video that's responsible for selling it, so you can really emulate that a lot easier, as opposed to if you were just guessing and taking shots in the dark. This software, game changer, guys. You can try it completely free through that first link in the description. Not really much more to say about this. If you are not using product research software, you are trying to compete with 2 hands tied behind your back, not just one, right? Really hope it helps.